Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Right, there we go. Now, this is still a big topic, Ashley. It's a really, really big topic all over the place.
Yeah,
So it's
it's good stuff.
Good morning, party people.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's happening, Don?
Everything, Mark. What's going on with you, man?
Just working, just
Good.
trying to make sure that I've got the right mic hooked up, the right.
I hope so. I
And
hope
now I'm
so.
all good to go.
Awesome. Awesome. Hey, guys, if you want, put your name, and you guys already have, put your name, Peanut, and where you're from in the name. If you just hover over your face, you can rename and do so. And that way everybody will know who everybody is and where everyone is in the world. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning. Morning.
Good morning. For those of you who don't know, this is Ashley Pederson, our speaker today.
Good morning.
Morning.
We'll get going here in a few minutes. Let a few others come on in and get settled. Anything good going on around the world? We have California, Missouri, and New Jersey, and North Carolina, and Vancouver, British Columbia represented. We've got it surrounded between the six of us.
Yeah.
Frank, you guys snowed in?
No, it's still on the mountains. Got a good dump of snow. I got about like 3 feet just this last week.
There we
which
go.
is pretty cool. So
One more reason to be grateful for living in Southern California.
Yep.
but it's like but right now here, that's where I am right now. It's about 40 degrees, so it's not
Nice.
so
All right.
cold.
Well, we're hanging out right around 40, 45 right now, Frank. So we're there
There you
with
go.
you.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we're there with you.
Not too bad.
Nice. Any good real estate stories? Anything exciting going on? Anything funny happening?
After this Zoom call, I got a meeting here at the coffee shop here in office. So
All right.
that's pretty good. So yeah.
All right. Everybody, Frank sells restaurants in Canada. That's what
wow.
he does. Yes, absolutely a great little niche. And he is one of the few who specializes that up there. Love that.
I had 2 restaurant buyer appointments this week.
Oh really? Oh
There
wow.
you go.
And I haven't sold a restaurant in years, but I had 2 this week. They're both
Nice.
leases, but they're
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Do they want to buy in Canada?
they don't, but now I've got a guy. If they want to
Now you got a guy, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I
I
love
wish
Funny.
they did, because I would rather send them to Frank than deal with them, but I'll take care of them anyway.
Well, if you
Funny.
charge enough, it's not bad. You know what I mean? You charge enough, it's not bad. It's just time. The 4-letter word, time.
Yeah, you should see the commissions that Frank charges for what he does. I wish we all could get 10%, right? That would be awesome.
No, but
Yeah.
actually in the States, though, the business broker, they charge 12 points. So
That's true.
well,
That's
they
true.
charge 12 points there. So you know.
Maybe we all need to change our listing appointments, our listing presentations just a little bit, just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Double that commission. All right, guys. Well, it is 8:02 here in the West Coast. So let's go. Everybody else will get the recording. So for those of you
So when Hannah
watching
calls
the
me, it
recording,
says, that league's
welcome.
not qualified. They're just
Lori, I'm
looking.
gonna mute you. Thank you. All right. I am excited about this. I know you guys are excited about the topic. I'm excited to have Ashley here from Jefferson City, Missouri. I was going over some of our track record together, and actually before we started coaching, our coaching began in March of 2017, Ashley. So it's really what is that 5 years, 6 years
Yeah.
now? 6 years now.
Wow.
The years before, and I couldn't find 2016, guys. I just want you to know.
Thank you.
Pina, I'm gonna hit mute. Thank you. All right, in 2014, she closed 56 transactions. 2015, massive jump up to 100 transactions with her old coach. In 2017, we started working together, closed 137 transactions. And that's where my numbers are going to end, because I want her to share with you what she's been up to since then. And of course, most importantly, for everybody on the call, we want to add as much value as possible, is what she's been able to do with her Google business profile. Used to be Google My Business. So if Google My Business comes out of our mouths, it's okay. We all are on the same page. That's what it's called. So without further ado, Ashley, take it away.
Okay. Is it okay if I share my screen, Don?
100%, yes.
Okay. Okay, let me do that. Let's see.
And I'm sorry, Ashley, is it okay if somebody just raises their hands, ask a question while you're presenting, or do you want to wait till the end?
No, I'm fine for them to raise hands. And if I miss that, just let me know.
I will moderate. I got you. Don't even worry
Okay.
about it. You go and I'll take care of the hand raisers. And as you know, I have no problem interrupting, so we'll be fine.
Okay, good deal. And so this is a presentation that I gave online through Tom Ferry's, I don't know what you call it, but where you can go watch different people present on different topics. So hopefully you guys haven't seen this. But if you have, I've updated a few things here and there. But this is the old picture of my team. Recently, this year, we've added 2 more agents. So right now there's 7 agents all together, and then 2 administrative people. And then also I do have somebody who helps keeping up with our Google business page as well and does other marketing. But just to give you an idea, let me see if I can move. Our pictures are covering my screen, so I can't see too well. Sorry, guys. Well, here we go. Let me slide that down there. There we go. Okay, so just to give you an idea of our transactions, in 2021, our gross commission income was almost 1.3 transactions. We did 203, and volume was 45 million. And then in 2022, we actually did less transactions. We did 174, but our gross commission income stayed pretty well the same, and then volume about 45 million. So I'm hoping next year we have a big bump because we've added a couple more agents. But over the last 2 years, our team size has been about 5 agents and 2 admins there. And just to let you guys know where I'm at, I'm in Jefferson City, Missouri, which is the capital of Missouri, right in between Kansas City and St. Louis there. Oh, I forgot about this. It's been a while since I've given this presentation. So Mizzou Tigers, and then we also are known for the movie Ozarks. So I live about 45 minutes from Lake of the Ozarks, and we have a lake house there, and we do sell there too.
We've had lots of, for those of you who've seen the show, we've had lots of great Ozark conversations, guys.
Yes.
So those
And
of you who know.
Yes, I haven't even watched the whole season or all the seasons because it's so not like it is, you know, in the movie, so, or in the show. Lake Ozark is not that hillbilly, so I have a hard time watching it. But that's what we're famous for. But just wanted to talk also about the numbers on our Google business page. And again, I did this presentation for the Tom Ferry group. And so these numbers are until October of last year. I didn't get them updated for today. I'm sorry about that. But January 2022 to October 2022, we had 273 calls from our Google business page. And the way you track that is because Google business page on the back end will tell you how many people have clicked to call you through there. Website clicks, we had 1,976 clicks to our website. And then the volume in 2021, we had 1,947,900 on the volume that came directly off of Google business page. And how do we know that? We know that because I'm really strict on making sure we ask everybody, how did they find us? So whenever they call us, one of the things that the gals at the front desk do is they always ask, how did you hear about us? And if they say, oh, we found you on Google or Google reviews, then we mark that in our system. And then we had a big jump in 2022. Our volume from Google business page was 3,798,000. We have 186 Google reviews. I updated that this morning. You can see from the picture back when I did this presentation, I think it was in October, we had 181. So we just try to consistently keep asking people to give reviews. And then my pictures, the pictures over my writing here, but I remember what this one is. It says the call answer rate is 100%. So we make sure anytime we get a phone call off of Google that we're answering the phone. We make sure we answer the phone all the time, but the way we do that is after hours, if someone calls, it gets transferred to all the agents and whoever picks up gets the lead. But Google tracks that too. You know, they're gonna, if you have a really good answer rate, they're going to keep boosting you up there. Okay, so this just kind of gives you the breakdown here of different stats, and you can get this stuff on the back end of Google business page. You can see on the top here that we've had 20,133 people find us on Google through the Google business profile. And then it breaks it down how many people were looking on their mobile device, how many people were looking on their desktop. And I can't see what that bottom one says because my picture's over it. Then on the right side, you can see what they typed in to get us to pop up. And the number one thing is Realtor. And one thing I really like about that is it's not people who have already decided to use us by typing in Ashley Pederson or Promo Realty. These are new people that are finding us, which is great. I'm sure that, you know, you can see down on number 4, it's Ashley Pederson. People were typing in just to find our phone number really fast. But I love the fact that our number 1 is Realtor.
Ashley, how cool, go back real quick. How cool is it that we have 345 people actually typing in Promo Realty? Guys, Ashley left Remax a few years ago and started Promo Realty.
Yeah.
Her own brand, and that's phenomenal also at number 5 there. Great job.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this was on there from before. We won't, if you have questions, just stop me. So what we'll cover today, ranking factors, conversion factors, and then systems and practices for staying on top of your Google business page. So the first thing, ranking factors that matter. So here, and we'll go through one by one on what all these mean, but primary business category is a very big ranking factor, business name, and then Google reviews, and then business name and address consistency throughout the internet. And so one thing I did is they actually, White Spark, I think it's whitespark.com. They do a survey every year. What are the biggest Google ranking factors? And if you go to their website, you can look and see what they find are the biggest ranking factors. So that's what I base a lot of what we do off of, is going to, first of all, I watch a lot of YouTube videos on this stuff because I'm just kind of a dork like that. And I enjoy figuring out what to do to help us rank better. And that's where I found White Spark. But anyhow, it's good information. Every year they put this out. So a lot of what I'm telling you today is right off of this White Spark here. So the first ranking factor, the number one ranking factor for Google ranking, is the primary category that you set on your Google listing. So our primary category, what we have is real estate agent. So you make sure that the primary selection that you select is the closest match to the terms that you want to rank for. And then the secondary business categories, that's the fifth most influential factor. So we're skipping to the fifth, but it's kind of right underneath the business category. And you can have as many of these as you want. They used to think that if you had too many, that Google would not like that. And that's not the case anymore. But you do want to make sure it's stuff that applies to your business. Okay, so if you don't really work in rentals, then don't put rentals. But just anything that applies to your business, you want to add, and you can't have too many. Business name, that's the second second item that impacts rankings. You have to use your real business name, because if you don't, Google will not like that. So only use your real business name, as Google does state in their policy, including unnecessary information in your business name is not permitted and could result that you get suspended. But if you're starting a new business, you want to think about your name and how it will help in Google rankings. So like for us, we put realty in our name, and that helps us a lot. Of course, everybody knows Google reviews is very important. You want a high number of Google rankings. And that really helps you a lot. And you want 4 stars or 5 stars. It's okay to have 4 stars. You know, Google knows that people or businesses are not perfect. And if they're just all 5 stars, it looks a little fake. Keywords and Google reviews helps you rank higher. So you can see over on the right-hand side, home is a keyword, experience is a keyword, service. And if one thing that we don't have it showing in here, but you can run a review on your Google business page, or run not a review, but try and think of the word I'm trying to use, but something that an audit almost on your Google business page. And when you do that, it's going to tell you what some of your keywords are. For our team, the most common keyword we have is professional. And I think that really helps us a lot. Now, obviously you can't dictate what a buyer or seller is going to write on your review, but you will find that as a business, you have certain traits that people really like you for, and those are the ones that are going to come out on your reviews there as keywords. So, and then quality of reviews really help you too. So example, if you have a whole bunch of 5-star reviews, but they have not written any text, that does not help you as much as having reviews that have text in it. Business name and address consistency. I will tell you, this was the biggest thing that, the biggest jump I saw in my Google business page when I started doing Google business page a long time ago. And that was to make sure that our business name on our social media platform is the exact same as our Google business page. And when I say exact same, I mean exactly the same. So on YouTube, our business name is Ashley Pederson -space Promo Realty, LLC. Even as little as taking the space out of after the hyphen can affect you and affect your rating. You want Google to match up with all of your social media stuff so they can see how active that you are. And that really helps a lot. And then, oh, yep.
I'm sorry, Ashley, Jill had a question before we get too far away. Do you
Yeah.
use a third-party company to perform the Google My Business audit?
Oh, so I can, it is I have to get the website for you and I can send it to you afterwards, Don. But
Okay.
it's a system that you download and then you can do an audit on yourself, and you can also do audits on other real estate companies like your competitors, which is really cool. So you can see where they stand compared to you. So I can't remember off the top of my
Shoot
head.
it over to me and I'll get it out to everybody.
Okay,
Awesome.
great.
Thanks.
And then the next thing is your address. It's on your social media platforms. It has to match the exact same as what you have on your Google business page. And again, like we have a suite 104. It makes a difference if I spell out suite 104 on Facebook and then make suite abbreviated on Google business page. That's not good. They need to match the exact same. Conversion factors. So great conversions mean you may rank number 3 in the local business search, but you could still get more business than the business ranked as number 1 if you optimize your listing for conversion. So what that means is maybe there's a business that's ranking number 1 and you fall down number 3. And the reason for that could be, maybe they have more reviews, or maybe it's because when they are doing their search, like realtor in the area, maybe that real estate company is closer to them, right where they're sitting and doing their search than you are. So you could rank number 3. But if you have a better profile, you're going to look more attractive to them. So, because they're going to click on everybody's profile and try to figure out who they want to call or who they want to work with. So if your profile has tons of pictures, tons of Google posts and updates, if your profile's complete, lots of reviews and all the replies on reviews, that's huge. Having replies on reviews is huge. Or if you have questions in there and answers, your profile is going to look so much better than that number 1 profile. And then they're going to choose to go with you. So just because if you're not always ranking number 1, just remember it still doesn't mean you're not going to win that customer. So posting new photos consistently helps your profile look active, and it helps attract more clicks on your Google business page. Include pictures of new listings, pictures of your business, both inside and exterior photos. Include pictures of client events or open houses. Just always be thinking, anytime you post to Instagram or Facebook, you should be also posting to your Google business page. Google post and updates. Again, same thing here. You need to keep posting on that, post at least once a day, post new listings, open houses, client events, closing pictures, price reductions. The more you post, the more clicks and views you will get. And the neat thing about Google business page is it will send you an email and say, oh, look, your post got so many views or what have you. And then make sure your profile is complete. So include hours of operation, include all services. So like our services, we have building lot sales, buyer's agent services, commercial property, buying and selling. We have a ton of services in there. And then also complete the details. So for example, mine states that it's a woman-owned business. We're wheelchair accessible. We're LGBTQ friendly, gender neutral restrooms. All that stuff helps you get boosted as well. Make sure that you add holiday hours too. So, you know, if you're going to be closed New Year's Eve or what have you, the more you keep updating that, the more Google likes it because they think you're an active page. What's that one say, Don? The very last one, I can't read it.
Complete your bio, make sure, and that's a big one. I'll let you say it, but complete that bio.
Yep, complete your bio. Just, you know, again, when people click on it, you want to make sure that you don't have an empty bio sitting there. So replying to reviews. It's very important to reply to every single review. By doing this, you show the customers that you're listening to their concerns and exceeding their expectations. So 3 reasons to respond to reviews. A, it builds confidence with potential customers. B, Google likes it. It shows that the Google business page is active. And then C, it's just the right thing to do. If somebody's going to take time, because it takes time to write a review. If somebody's going to do that, you need to be taking time to reply back to them. Be sure to optimize your questions and answer section of Google business page. So Google business page has a section where people can write questions and you can answer them. Well, not very many people just get on our page and write questions. So Google also is okay with you writing questions and answering your own questions. So that's what we do. And it's nice because A, you know what questions are going to be asked and you can make yourself sound really intelligent and look like you know what you're talking about. But also it helps with Google, you know, if somebody types in that question just in the Google search bar, that can help you pop up as well. So one question we wrote is, will my house sell in this market? But anyhow, it's a great thing to do. Answer every question you receive, post your own questions, and then answer these questions. Any information you include in your Google business profile is used by the algorithm to match your business up with relevant questions that somebody types into Google. So it just helps all the way around. So systems and practices, what we do to keep things consistent, because that is the key in Google business page, it's consistency. So it's not like we just started doing this yesterday and now all of a sudden we rank number one. We've been working at this for, I don't know, I think it was about I want to say I really started working at this like around 2019, maybe the end of 2018. But it is amazing how quickly you'll see yourself jump too, once you start doing this stuff and doing it consistently. And we've stayed number one in our area ever since we've started doing it. Most people are not going to take the time to keep doing this stuff every single day. So systems to consistently get reviews. Now, this is one thing that we started doing. We always had client appreciation parties. And then when COVID hit, we started doing a reverse pop by instead of a client appreciation party, where we do it Valentine's Day and also in October. So for our October one, we go out and buy a whole bunch of pumpkins, and then we usually do like a t-shirt or a bag or something like that. And we ask all of our clients to come to our office, and they can come anywhere from 11:30 till 5:30. And we do it for 2 days, Thursday and Friday. They have to RSVP, and they come pick up their pumpkin, and they come pick up their promo gift, whether it's a bag or t-shirt or whatever. But we put a QR code tag on the gift. And as we're giving them the gift, we say, you know, it would mean so much to us, and it really helps our business if you would scan this QR code and give us a Google review. We got a ton of Google reviews by doing that. I will tell you, when we first did it, we got a ton. Now, a lot of the same people come to these events year after year, and we have some new ones as well. But I'm not sure now how much Google likes that if you just get bombarded with Google reviews. So you kind of have to be a little bit careful about that. But when we first started doing it, it was no problem. We did not have issues with that. When you ask for a Google review, you always need to give a reason to your client why it's important that you get the review. You know, there's been studies that have been shown if you ask somebody to do something, they're less likely to do it unless you give them the reason why. And the reason why is it really helps my business a lot. There's tons of people who search for a realtor on Google. And just by telling them that, you're more likely to get them to actually take the time to get do the Google review for you. Also, the next thing is, let's see. Gosh, I wish this one covering up. Okay, so every time we have a closing, we're always promoting that online. So on Google business page. So our administrative people, they have a checklist every time there's a new listing, every time there's a price reduction, every time there's a closing, an open house, what have you. They know, okay, I need to go in and update the Google business profile to add this to our post. I'm sorry, guys. I just cannot see this darn thing.
Ashley, while
Yeah.
you're moving our pictures around, do you have any troubles? Mark's wondering, and Andre, I know that's been a issue for you. Do you have any challenges with unpublished posts? I posted a review or an unpublished review.
No. Well, okay. So one time, I don't know, probably about a year or 2 years ago, I met a lot of Don's coaching members at, I don't know, Elite Retreat or somewhere. And when we left, they started an email thread or text thread saying, hey, I'll I'll leave a review for you guys, if you all leave a review for me. And we all started doing that. None of the reviews showed up. So that's what I mean about, I don't know, the reverse Popeye, that we still do that. But all those people, the majority of those people have already left us reviews. So it's not like we have 60 reviews coming in at once. I'm a little hesitant to tell you guys to do that because I don't want it to be where those people take their time to do it and you don't ever get credit for that review. But back in the day when we started it, we had no problem. So the one time that did happen to me, that reviews did not show up, it was when all the agents got together and were leaving each other reviews and Google caught on and they weren't showing up. So,
Okay.
So the 100% call rate, I think I already mentioned that, but after hours, we have the phone forwarded to all the agents to make sure that somebody will answer when we get a call through Google Business Page. So
Ashley, nobody's asked it, but I'll ask it. Is that an automatic setting at 5 p.m.? It reverts to everybody or somebody manually going in there?
yeah, nope, that's an automatic setting. Mhm. Oh, and then one thing I forgot to mention, okay, so at closing, we give a gift. And the best way we get reviews and get them consistently is asking people at closing. And that gift has that same QR code tag that says, that says, please scan this and give us a review. But, you're sitting there at closing, you're waiting for the other party to sign. It's a great opportunity. They're usually happy at closing. It's a great opportunity to ask them, hey, do you mind scanning this really fast and give me a quick review? Because it really helps my business a lot. And I would say we have about an 80% rate for people agreeing to do that if we ask them. Not every agent on my team is good about asking. But there are lots of agents that are. So I feel like since the agents, when they're on floor duty and they get a Google review call, they have been more apt to ask and try to get that review now because they're seeing what a big, last year, I was looking at the numbers before I came here and we made just a little less than $80,000 off Google business reviews last year. So the agents are seeing, because I'm always asking, where did this lead come from? Where did this lead come from? And at the end of the year, we're looking, where did all of our closings come from? They're seeing how important it is for us to get those Google reviews. So
yeah.
Any questions so far?
There's two more. Melissa, will you unmute yourself and ask? I'm not sure what you're asking. Will you ask her if they have to register? What do you mean?
Is she maybe saying if they don't have a Google?
They need yes, they
email?
need a Google account to be able to
Yeah,
leave.
they need a Google account. Yeah, so I mean, there are people that we ask and they don't have a Google account, and if they really love you, sometimes they'll make up a Google account, but otherwise you can't win them all.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Anything else? Go for it, Mark.
So do you use like Google local services? Do you pay for any Google advertising?
No, that's the cool thing about this is all free.
Because I'll tell you, the one thing that frustrates me the most about this is I love hearing about your success with it, but I have more unpublished reviews than published reviews. And they're from legitimate clients that if there was a person at Google, I could call and email and say, here's a copy of their deed. Here's a copy of my agency agreement. They've posted you a review. They've had a Google account for 10 years. It's not like I didn't have 20 people open Google accounts yesterday and write reviews. They're legit. And I can't get them published. I have 4 Google reviews published on my Google business page.
Uh-huh.
So I look at this stuff and it's great. And I would love to have it as another bucket. But I feel like every time I start spending time on my Google business page with 4 reviews, I can't get any traction with it. I just can't. I feel like I spend an hour posting photos and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, no one knows who I am because I can't get a review published.
Well, was it, did they all try to do reviews at once? Like we
No.
talked about?
I set up my Google business page last year after going to Sales Edge
Uh-huh.
in April and have worked on it since then. So these are reviews that have been spaced out over months, including 2 that were supposed to be published yesterday.
And do you have, like what we talked about earlier, everything, your name the exact same, your address the exact same, things like that?
I'm pretty consistent across media, but I mean, I have a Google verified business page, which was kind of a pain in the neck too. I ended up having to get on a Zoom call with someone from India to walk them around my office and introduce them to people that work for me to prove that it was mine.
Yeah.
But that's all verified. I have a verified page. I just don't, I mean, I just wish there was a Mr. Google that I could call and say, like, what the hell do I need to do? I literally, they're all legitimate clients that I had
Mark,
closed transactions.
have you called customer service yet?
Called customer service at Google?
Right.
Yeah.
Like the
I
phone
mean,
number
it's-
through the Google page and talk to somebody about it?
I don't know if I've actually talked to somebody.
Okay, well, every time I've gotten through in less than 10 minutes, so
Really?
I would highly recommend giving it a shot.
I will.
And then if you don't want to wait in line, if it's a long line, push number 2 for Spanish, and then they'll kick you to the front of the line for the English line, and it cuts through the wait time.
Good tip. I'll do it this afternoon. and
That's
then if I get
awesome,
frustrated,
Don.
I'll just start happy hour.
I've just learned that one recently here with the DRE. Actually, it works really well there. It went from a 3-hour wait to a 20-minute wait. So just a little life hack. Joe has a question too, and then Andrea, I got you next.
I have less of a question, more of a comment to that for Mark. And I'm pretty sure that I got this information from Diane. They were called something else, but now they're called Optimize 5. And what they do is they help you make sure that your Google page is good to go. They give you feedback on like what you've written and your photos and like a checklist of what to do. I think it was like $700 for the first month, and they back end you into a whole bunch of databases and business directories and things like that to make you look more legit. And I want to say it's like $100 a month after that for them to keep maintaining all those things. But they know exactly what they're doing. They know they're going to look at your page right off the bat, tell you why that's happening. They have contacts at Google if need be. In my opinion, there's only so much of this we should be doing ourselves. Number one, Google keeps changing their algorithms and, changing things. So, whether it's our assistants that stay on top of it or we engage a contractor or a third party, I mean, for, $1,200 a year and whatever, it's $1,900 for the first year. It's a no-brainer in my book to
Joe, what's the name of the company?
Optimize 5.
Optimize 5.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, I can make it. Anybody that wants an intro, again, I'm pretty sure, Diane, that was your referral, right?
Yeah, I can send everybody their information if you like.
If you just replied to the last email I sent out this morning with it, Diane, that would be great.
No problem. They're called Optimize 5.
That's great.
And then the last thing I wanted to add, and I think Ashley already hit on this exactly, but it's just a slight change of phrasing, a slight change of mindset. I think we need to treat our Google profile like a social media account. Like we're on social media all the time, doing whatever, posting settlements, posting whatever. One of my assistants, he goes through my social media every day or every week or whatever, and anything that's strictly business. He's not going to put up me talking about taking colon broom on a video, which is oddly one of the most successful social media marketings I've done so far. But he's not going to post that. But if I talk about a sale or I do a video about interest rates or whatever, he's going to then throw that up on my Google profile, which just keeps it updated and current. It's great.
Absolutely. Google loves consistency. And also, you can hire the third party to help out. That's great. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're still every closing asking for a review. You know, we do it twice. We do it at the closing table and then we email them afterwards. And my assistant, whenever she emails them and asks them for a review, if we didn't get it at the closing table, she CCs me and I immediately text them and say, hey, we just sent you this review. If you can leave us a review, we just sent you the link. So just slowly getting the reviews, and it's not going to happen overnight. All of a sudden Google's going to recognize, man, they've gotten 6 reviews over the past 2 months, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you keep doing it over and over and over again, that's when Google catches on and they think you're legit. Another thing, Mark, I don't know if you have an assistant or admin, but I would give them this video and have them watch it and just make sure and have, because this is all stuff that's easy to do, have them go through and make sure your profile is all good to go. And then also doing that audit thing that I'll email to Don, that may show you what's going on your page as well. So.
Awesome. Awesome. Andrea, you had another question?
I do. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me, Don. Ashley, great information. Really great. My question is, if you could go back to what you said about having the Q&A on your page, where did you have it? And is it just like, where do you have it? Let's start with that.
Well, there is a section on Google Business page where you can ask a question. And if you just type in your Google Business page in Google recently changed, probably within, I don't know, last 6-7 months, how you access the back end of it. And now they make it super easy. You just type in your business name in Google, and then they're going to recognize that you're the profile owner. And when you click on it, it's going to show you your back end. And there's a section where it just says question and answers, and you can click question. I can look it up and do like a screenshot and send it to Dawn afterwards. Be happy to do that so you can easily find it.
Great, super helpful. And how often do you do those questions?
Honestly, we went through and just did several and then we've kind of stopped, but it would be great if we did them on a regular basis. So we just went through and made sure our profile was complete, and part of it being complete was asking different questions. So
Awesome.
Really great, admirable work, truly.
Awesome.
thank you.
Andrea, that's a great one, obviously, for what you're working towards and what you're doing on the divorce real estate side.
Yeah,
niche, right? That's
amazing,
great. Yeah,
amazing. Thank you.
you bet.
You bet.
Melissa.
So when you're adding an update, like you said, if you're going to update something on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that, is there a way to actually have the same update hit Google My Business? I know that there was a program that did all of that. Does that include for Google My Business?
I don't know. I don't think so. We don't. My admins just go in and do, I think they do like Instagram and Facebook all the same, but Google My Business, I know they go in after and do it. So it's just
Actually,
part of their checklist.
I think you're right. And I think what you're talking about, Melissa, is like a Hootsuite or a Deliveroo
Yes.
that syndicates a post. I don't believe Google My Business or Google Business Profile is part of that at all.
And I could be wrong. I'm not some big wig at Google, so I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I don't think Google would like that anyhow. They're looking for, authentic, like it's all about just genuine stuff instead of, there's just work involved in it. And I don't think that they're going to like if you do one post and it shoots out everywhere. I could be wrong. It's just my gut feeling with Google.
Oh, Andrea's hilarious. P.S. One of my clients is a big wig at Google.
Oh,
Hook the team
you
up,
need to ask
Andrea. Let's
him.
go.
Yeah,
Yes.
he just texted me. He said, we're in escrow right now to buy something. And he just texted saying, don't worry, if you heard they had 12,000 layoffs, I was not affected. I was like, because we haven't removed the loan contingency yet.
Nice. Hey, maybe we have him on part 2 of Google My Business if you guys want to buy.
Ah.
Yes, that would
Yes.
be great.
Actually,
Don't send him this recording because I may be telling you a bunch of bull
Please
crap.
don't. Yes. Please don't. I love it. All right, guys, any other thoughts, questions, concerns, hallucinations, ahas, or ah shits?
all of the above.
I'll add one more thing. So I didn't have a ton of Google reviews because I focused on Zillow reviews at the time. So I had my assistant go through and he just did a screenshot of my Zillow reviews and then used Canva or something like that to put like a decent background behind it. And then posted those up in the images because I had like 115 Zillow reviews, but only at the time like 10 Googles. And so they're still reviews. If anybody goes through the photos, they're still going to get it. He just kind of sprinkled them in through a bunch of stuff. And I had him retroactively go back through social media and grab all those posts when I put effort into it. So made a huge difference. And all of a sudden having a boosted up profile and a ton of reviews.
That's smart. That's super smart. We've all, copy and paste, but we know Google doesn't like the copy and paste links. We can ask them to do another review on Google. That's kind of cumbersome for a lot of people. That's one of the smartest things I've heard of with those, Joe. Nice move.
Yeah, my intent was to copy and paste the Zillow review and email specifically to the client to say, hey, you posted this on my Zillow page back in 2015. Here's the Google link. Zillow's changing their algorithms. Can you please put it into Google? But the problem was that I realized most people didn't put their addresses and they have these crazy, just random alphabet soup names. And I don't know who they are anymore. So I just quickly realized that wasn't reasonable. So I just snapshotted them.
That's awesome. Great idea. Well, there's 25, 50, 100 new photos for all of you. Spread them out over the year, but that's a great idea to take those old reviews and reuse them in Google. It just won't be under the review link, but it's relevant information. That's awesome. Great idea.
Awesome.
All right, guys. I have a coaching. Oh, go ahead.
One thing. Was just going to ask you guys if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm really trying hard to get more subscribers and to help my boost there.
Share,
And
I'm sorry, I took the
Oh,
share
you're
away. Share it again.
You're fine.
I
And
scanned it to make sure I was subscribed, of course, Ashley, and I am. So that's good.
Good.
Better be.
So here is the QR code for that, and I'd appreciate it so much.
Yes.
And if I can return the favor, let me know.
100%. And guys, so as you're doing that, we're doing this once a month at least. We have 5 more topics. They're on our Facebook page already dialed in. I'll continue to message them to you so you know when they are. Put them on your calendars. All of our speakers through June are locked in. I do want to fill the calendar July through December with great topics from all of you. We all get to talk once a week or so. So I don't know if you need another hour from me. I love facilitating these. I want to bring more connection between all of you that I coach. You're all magnificent. You all have superpowers to share. Let's all get better, wiser, smarter together, right? That's what this is all about. So Ashley, thank you. And before I close out, thank you from Jill and Andrea. Andrea, did you have one more?
I do. Do you find that you need the YouTube channel as well? Or were you able to pull all of this off just from the Google?
I strongly recommend YouTube.
Did
because
Don
it's
tell
on
you to say that?
Google.
Did Don tell
No. No, because
you?
it's owned by Google. But
Right, I know.
I think there's lots of other businesses out there that, like maybe a restaurant doesn't have a YouTube page and they're still ranking high in Google. So, I mean, it's probably not a must, but I think it definitely helps you out a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
while
you
we're
bet.
on it, Mrs. Schenk, I'm going to poll the audience. Real quick, guys, I'm going to shift gears real quick. I need help with this. Andrea is a divorce real estate expert in the city of Beverly Hills, California. Do you think educational videos should be done on that subject on YouTube?
Yeah.
Let's say the
Absolutely.
crowd. Yes,
Yep.
1000%.
thank you.
I only heard 3 yeses.
Yes.
I'd ask her
Everybody's
privately
typing
if
in
she would
yes
teach me.
also. Yes.
I said yes twice.
Yeah.
I
Who said
asked her
that?
And then when
privately,
you-
so
When you do it, let us know because I'd like to R&D that video for here.
Oi, okay.
Oh, guys, I use, by the way, I'm gonna give up my secret for you, Andrea, and we'll do a whole thing on this. We were talking, we only have 4 topics to talk about, Dawn. I went into Chat GPT. If you don't know what it is yet, ask me on our next call. And I asked for divorce, real estate, educational videos. I need 50 topics. The first time it totally failed and only gave me 46 of them. Copied and pasted them to Andrea. Zero reason not to have a complete library by the end of this year, my dear. With love from Coach. You got that.
You're the best, Dawn. Thank you.
You got it. You guys, thank you. I have a coaching call that with my coach in 3 minutes and I have to run down the hall. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Once it's rendered, I'll send the email of this recording out, share it with your team, watch it 7 times, put it into play, and I will send the resources that everybody's sending out as well from Diane and Ashley. Okay. Ashley, thank you very much for kicking our series
Thank
off.
you.
Thanks,
Appreciate you.
everyone.
Have a great
Bye.
weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.